I teach you to be alpha males, and not some guy whose providence granted the right to be called one. And when you are an alpha male, you observe your territory. It includes your girlfriend or fiancé. The gift of observation is the crown jewel of psychology, and you, my alpha male, are to possess it. Women do not typically render their displeasure through words, but rather action. When that dazzlingly beautiful damsel of yours begins to say words to you that are hurtful, it's time to work away. At the end of this tutorial, you'll distinguish 10 things that your lady shouldn't say to you at any point. And let's say she does, and has already done for some of you. At the end of this course, leave her. Let's get poppin'. She always says, let's talk later. I'll go through these points quickly, and I expect you to scribble them down. One of the essential foundations of any relationship is communication, and when that is broken, it's only a matter of time before the remaining aspects crumble. Whenever you hit that chick up, and she always tells you, let's talk later, what she's saying to you is that she doesn't have your time. A lady who loves you from the depths of her heart will, and I repeat, abandon all she does to speak to you. It is all right if her schedule holds her up, but if it persists, my friend, do not hesitate to hit the road. The secret, I tell you, is simple. Ladies are wired to love a guy and, most significantly, speak to the one that they love. So when you take the time to call and she tells you she's busy, someone else is keeping her alive. Some of you might complain to her about it, and what it translates to is you being insecure. Don't assume that she doesn't know what she's doing. That lady is capable of reasoning, and I advise you to walk away. My ex used to do that. I once heard a song by a renowned artist, and one line from the lyrics stuck around in my mind. Comparison kills. There is no more tremendous disrespect and disservice to you than for that lady that you've given all, telling you, my ex used to do that. When she tells you that, it usually translates to 4 things or points. Anita, that lady with charming beauty, is telling you that you can never be as good as her ex or held in high esteem as him. She's living in the past. It would help if you strive to be like her ex, thus losing your uniqueness. And worst of all, she would walk away with her ex if he returned. None of the 5 points on the menu stands in your favor. I hate to compete, and I can assure you that when you find the right one, you won't need to compete with anyone. It's your fault. I used to date a lady who was never wrong, and believe me when I say it is the worst thing that could happen to a male character. A lady who is never wrong is the nemesis of a man with a destiny. That lady can destroy your self-esteem and make you forget what love is. But luckily, my friend, you got me. When Haley is never wrong, it is proportional to saying someone else is. The blame game is to make you less valuable. What that damsel strives to obtain or pass to you as perceived information is that she's doing you a favor by dating you. As holy as Haley is, she's now gone low to your level. We all have our faults, but what you seem to be the only one taking the blame, there are 2 options for you. You stay in, or you get out while you can. Criticizes your every move. I expected you to say bye to her and walk away, she says, and you reply, but she's my cousin. This point is a close cousin to always taking the blame. It is one thing to always be in error when an issue arises, but it's another, or even worse, to be at fault for your actions. All ladies put their men on a pedestal, and believe me, that is why they love you in the first place. But when her opinion is bent towards pleasing herself rather than bringing out the best in you, I advise that you walk away. The relationship should improve you, but when you remember the past and observe that you are a shadow of who you were, heed my advice and run. It was fine. Irrespective of personality differences, it is a fact that females talk a lot when they're around those that they care about. You ask her about her day and she says, fine. Contrary to her nature, she gives you blunt remarks. Remember my emphasis at point 1. If she isn't talking to you, she's entertaining someone else. You can't remember having any differences with her, and even if you did, she refuses to say. If Esther is not willing to share her day with you, she probably doesn't love you anymore. One of the pinnacles of relationship is sharing. If there is no sharing, then, my friend, move on. I will divorce or I will break up with you. I view a relationship in this manner. You ask her out, she agreed, and even though She played hard to get in the beginning. As soon as she agrees to date you, it is supposed to stop. As the relationship persists, there is supposed to be a balance. Though it might sound impossible, the difference should not be too noticeable. When that girl of yours threatens to break up with you every time there's a quarrel, it's because she doesn't love you anymore. And it's glaring that you are more invested in the relationship than her. Hannah, as her name might be, assumes or knows that you depend on her, and when she threatens to break away, you'll get back in line. Dump that chick today. I don't trust you. I once read a profound line from a novel written by a renowned American novelist. She said, "Truth is the matter of the imagination." You might be wondering what trust has to do with truth, but bear with me because they're proportional. When your fiancé considers your every action and all that she sees is that you are cheating on her, she believes it to be true. And my friend, once truth is established, there is nothing else to be said. Many guys try to convince this said fiancé, but they fail. You cannot counter the truth, so move along now. He kissed me. To help you understand this point, I'll show you a scenario. You walk in on your fiancé kissing your best friend, and with an expression of shock in your eyes and a sudden separation of the two, you muster these 3 words. What's going on? It might not be the case for different guys, but still she refuses to take responsibility for her actions. When she feels remorseful, you will see it in her actions. But instead, she removes it from her and points it to someone else. I advise leaving that chick because many other guys will kiss her and do more. And they will take the blame, not her. It was nothing serious. Closely related to the former point, she tries to tell you how to feel concerning her unfaithfulness. I caught my girl chatting with her ex, and it wasn't some ordinary conversation. Anita even saved his name as Special One. And when I expressed how I felt, she insisted that I was overreacting. According to her, she just wanted revenge for what he did to her. Telling you how to feel about an action that affects both of you is no good, my friend. It even violates the law of democracy. You should be free to express yourself. Please leave me alone. When I broke off from a toxic relationship and met my current girl, one thing stood out. Whenever we had any kind of issue, whether it was me or her, we tried to fix it. We set up a rule, extracted from the excellent book to help break the walls when we suffered a difference in opinion or a quarrel. Never let the sun go down on your anger. A girl who prefers to be alone rather than fix whatever differences you might have with her is no good for you. We have to nurture every relationship, and when she kicks against every attempt to fix it, that she wants to break up, and I implore you to walk away. I regret to say this, but whatever dream you have of her should be thrown away. There are many fish in the sea, and that's not to prompt you towards promiscuity, but it is rather to inspire you to always strive for the best. Get out of that toxic relationship, buddy. Click on the following video to get you a new chick quickly.